Oh boy, a brand new game! Oh wow, this has never been done before! It's so fresh! This multiplayer is so new! This is game changing! I can't wait for them to make 23 of these turds! Wait, what am I talking about? Oh yeah, Cock of Dookie. Black Ops. Cold War. Seriously? Y'all have so many games that you had to have a subtitle for your subtitle? I mean, at least Infinity Ward was smart enough to just say Modern Warfare again, because it's basically like a prequel slash reboot or something, but no, y'all had to come up with 3 titles for the game. That's just complicated. But that's not what we're here for. We're here to answer the question, does it suck? Yes. No. Not really. I mean, this is an alpha. Things will change. It may run smoother when the game actually launches. This is also only one platform the game will launch on, so who knows? But right now, no, it does not suck. Let's get into it, shall we? I'm gonna start by contrasting this game's multiplayer with the most recent Balls of Booty game, Modern Warfare. In Modern Warfare, it really felt like Infinity Ward went back to their more grounded and gritty roots. The movements, the animations had a bit of heft to them. They wanted to add a little bit of realism to the game without, being Battlefield, because who freaking wants Battlefield game right now anyway? Please don't get mad at me for saying that. That's just my opinion. Anyway, they kind of removed a little bit of the arcade medium-paced shooter aspect of the game that everyone knows Call of Duty for, but it was still there in its own right. Some people liked it, some people didn't, but it did slightly change the way Call of Duty was played. It wasn't as easy to just run around and slay people out. It was a little slower and a little bit more tactical. Now, for Cold Nips, it feels like they took a very small percentage of what Modern Warfare did, but still went back to their roots even more. This game feels like an OG COD game, and I love it. The gunplay, the movement, everything about it felt like an old Black Ops game, and I love it. Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, those are my 2 favorite Call of Duty games, and it just makes me excited to kind of feel that way again. But here's the bad part. This is my biggest gripe with this alpha. It's the Sony contract. Now, again, it's an alpha. Things will get better by launch, but having this be our first experience with the game is not good. Years ago, I believe with Lack of Poops 3, Activision signed a bit of an exclusivity deal with Sony so that PlayStation users will get early access. At that time, it really seemed like no big deal to me, and I would wager it wasn't a big deal to a large portion of the player base. But now, we are really starting to see why this is bad. Back then, Call of Duty was a console game. The PC ports were usually bug-ridden, absolute garbage. They just threw it out there so that they can make some extra money, and the people who didn't want to buy consoles and had PCs could still at least attempt to play the game. But with the resurgence of PC gaming, many devs nowadays have put extra heart and effort into their PC ports for their games. Games that were initially considered console games are now performing extremely well on PC. In fact, in some cases, even better. And I believe Black Ops 4 was one of the first Call of Duties I felt that was developed extremely well for PC. Even though I didn't care for it, but then it was followed up by Modern Warfare, which runs fantastic on PC, especially compared to the back in the day to older Call of Duty games when they were ported to PC. And now it's been announced that in 2021, the esports season for Call of Duty will be played on PC with controllers. But this alpha, this first experience that we have with Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, so long of a name, was on PS4 only. Now, if you had the money to pick up a PS4 Pro when they came out, then you might not know what I'm talking about here. I, however, was not one of those people. I'm still not one of those people. Money sucks. Anyway, this alpha on the base PS4 runs like a steaming pile of runny hair-filled dog feces. It's freaking terrible. I cannot count how many times that I not only dropped below 60 FPS, but I dropped below 30 FPS. This game is clearly a next-gen title slash a PC title, but they made everyone's first experience with it a total pile of garbage performance-wise, all because of a stupid exclusivity deal with Sony. Now, the next alpha slash beta slash whatever the F they are calling it these days will be on all platforms, so we can actually experience it how it's meant to be played. But I gotta say, this has to stop. Now, this video isn't all about, how bad exclusivity deals are or anything like that, but it's definitely negatively affecting my experience, my first experience with Call of Duty. And if I didn't know better, I would be turned off to actually getting this game because I don't want to play something that can't run on what I'm going to be playing it on. But luckily for me, and hopefully for a lot of you guys, we do know better than that. Basically, what I'm trying to say here is I'm pretty sure I saw Sony vent, they're sus AF, and I'm voting red. Now, let's talk about the loadout system. Same thing you're used to for the most part. The alpha had a limited version of everything, a couple of guns in each section, 3 perks in each section, and the return of the wild card system, which provides quite the range of different combos one could do, including adding 3 attachments availabilities in your gunsmith, allowing you to have 1 of each attachment on your guns. I can see this being a big help in game modes like, well, Warzone. And speaking of Warzone, it's right here. It's in the menu. Obviously, it wasn't playable in the alpha, but hey, it's right there. I mean, if that's what you're looking for, there you go. Other game modes included in the alpha was a mosh pit playlist with TDM, Domination, Hardpoint, and Kill confirmed. I do not know if there were others. Those were the only ones I played, and I did not read the description because who the F reads the descriptions? There are only 3 maps so far. 2 of them are pretty cool. That's Miami, and I can't remember the name of the other one, but it's in the desert, and one of them sucks wieners, and that's Moscow. Don't play Moscow. Now let's get into the biggest issue I have besides performance. There's a new game mode, well, kind of new. It's just a remix on an old popular game mode called Ground War. It's basically a big team battle ground war type game mode. That's a 12v12 on a giant, big, huge map. Has some ships and stuff in it that you can drive around. In the alpha, they had 2 of these gargantuan maps, but I only ever got to play it on Armada, which is a giant warship with multiple flags on it. The home flags for each team are on their respective spawn points, and they're on smaller ships attached to the main one via zip lines. These are the only spawn points for your team. Do you know what I'm saying? Who came up with this? Like, the world's easiest spawn trap. Like, I don't have words how dumb you have to be to not realize these spawns are a terrible idea. Like, how many, what did I say earlier? How many Call of Duties? 23 Call of Duties? And what's a big thing people like to do in Call of Duty? Spawn trap! Like, come on, guys. This needs to change. It better change. Otherwise, they might as well just not have this game mode in the game. That's all I have to say about that. Lol. All in all, I really enjoyed the alpha. At its core, it was fantastic. We won't really know exactly how good it's going to be until the beta next month, at least, if not launch. But I can say this may continue to boost the resurgence of COD's popularity that we have been seeing since Warzone came out. Now, there is a big, huge, issue that people are having with Cold War, and I have that issue as well, but I'm going to make a separate video on that. It's called SPMM. And SPMM stands for SBMM, which also stands for skill-based matchmaking. Now, a lot of people have an issue with this, and a lot of people who suck at video games have an issue with it being taken out. So, I'll make it a separate video about that. But, yeah, that's a conversation for another time. Anyway, to answer the question, does it suck? No, it does not suck. But anyway, that's the video for today, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you guys are awesome as per usual. Make sure you leave a like, a comment, and subscribe for more videos like this one. Also, make sure you check out the stream over at twitch.tv/DireSaint. I am live Mondays at 8 p.m., Wednesdays at 8 p.m., and Fridays and Saturdays at 10 p.m. I forgot for a second. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.